today's video I'm going to do a product review, and the product in question is this stuff called Venom. Now Venom is a liquid SARMS. It contains 3 different SARMS, well actually two different SARMS and a growth hormone secretagogue, but for the sake of keeping things simple it contains 3 SARMS. Now if you don't know what SARMS are, then I'll suggest that you Google it, because it's going to take too long to sort of go through everything. But I'm going to keep a little simple explanation what SARMS are. Now SARMS are technically a drug. So if you're a natural bodybuilder, do not take SARMS. If you're a drug tested professional athlete, then do not take SARMS, because this will show up as you're taking steroids. So bear that one in mind. So having said all that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you my own personal experience, because this is my own personal bottle. I've been on this product for 5 weeks, so I'm just going to let you guys know how I'm getting on in the 5 weeks that I'm taking it. So, like I say, before I start, it contains 3 different SARMs. The first one is Rad 140. Now, just to keep things a little brief thing about Rad 140. If you want to compare it to gear, I suppose it's a bit like Winstrol. So you're going to get size, strength, very little if any water retention with it as well. So I took Rad 140 on its own, and I did get a big increase, to be honest with you. Weights went up quite a lot, the pump went up quite a lot. Body weight probably put 8 or 9 pound on, something along that sort of lines in the 8 weeks that I was on it. So it contains Rad 140. It also contains LGD. Now LGD, you could argue that it's a little bit stronger than Rad 140. I suppose you would compare it to sort of like Dynabol. So you get a little bit more water retention with with LGD, so you get slightly more puffy looking. I think my head's got a little bit bigger, so I've been told yesterday. You don't notice it yourself, you know, because you see yourself at most days, if not every day. So you do get a little bit more water retention with that, with the LGD. Now the third compound in there is MK677. Now that's the one that's technically not a SARM, it is a growth hormone secretagogue. So basically what that does, it allows your body to secrete more of its natural growth hormone and IGF-1. The big thing about that, that I found when I took MK on its own, is that my appetite went through the fucking roof. And when I mean through the roof, the first week I was ravenous. I could fucking eat. I'll tell you what, I never stopped eating. It's just like, and if you could have filled this table full of food, I would have ate the whole fucking lot. And I would have been bloated as hell, but in my head, I'm like, go on, bit more. So just to give you an idea, I was eating my normal food, and then I was eating, what was I eating at the time? I was eating a lot of shit, like 6, I weren't going to go off on a tangent, but I'm doing it again already. Bear with me, I'll try and keep this brief. I was eating like a box of mince pies after my meals, because it was Christmas, it must have been before Christmas when I took the MK, and getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, having 2 tins of rice pudding, going back to bed, getting up at 7:30, having breakfast as normal. It was just mad, but I've put shitloads of weight on. Now, if you're bulking, that's probably good, because increased appetite, especially if you're taking other anabolic compounds that are in here, or you're taking steroids or whatever you're taking, if you feed your body, not necessarily with mince pies to be fair, but if you're feeding your body more food, you're going to get a bigger anabolic effect because you're feeding your body. So if you're dieting, don't take MK677, because you ain't going to stick on your diet unless you're like superhuman. So that's the 3 compounds that are in there. So this Venom is, I would say, is more for putting on muscle size strength, not necessarily great for if you want to keep your 6-pack in great order because of the eating. Yeah. So I've been on this this is week 5 now, and I've put on 10 pounds in body weight in the last 5 weeks. Now I wouldn't say that it's all to do with this. Oh, put 10 pound on by taking this. Buy it now. Click below. Being brutally honest, since I've been taking this, my strength is going up every workout. So every time I do a chest workout, it's like I'll have the 2 kilo dumbbells heavier than I had the previous chest workout. So it's not like I'm you know, lifting the 40s one week and then the 50s next week. It's going up in twos, so it's going up every workout for the same amount of reps. If I've got 8 reps with 44s, the next week I'll get 8 reps with 46s, then 48s. I'm at 50s now. Hey, what a superstar. So my strength's going up, but because my strength and body weight's going up and the pumps are getting really, really good, it does trigger something in your head where you think, oh, my training's going really well, I need to eat better. So I was not eating brilliantly before. I kept skipping meals a lot. So a lot of that 10-pound weight gain, a lot of it's to do with that, and a lot of it's to do with diet. So I'm not saying this is doing everything, because I'll be lying, and I want to keep things as honest as I can. So, but having said that, I really, really rate the product. I'm going to stay in it for 8 weeks, so I've got another 3 weeks to go, and then I'm going to come off. People are saying, oh, if I buy one bottle, how long does that last? Well, I'll give you an idea on what it looks like. You've got a little pipette in there, so one pipettefull, which is like that much, straight in your mouth. Tastes like shit, to be fair. That's for more advanced users. So if you've used SARMS before, or steroids or whatever, then go the full pipettefull. Or if you're one of these people that all or nothing, then go the full pipettefull. If you're a first-time user, just knock it down half a pipettefull a day. You can either have it morning, evening, whatever. I'm having mine in the morning, to be honest, because I tend to remember to take it in the morning when it will be breakfast. So I wouldn't. People are saying, oh, well, I'll buy one bottle, take a pipettefull. Is that enough? To be brutally honest, it's probably not enough to stay in it for 4 weeks. If you was doing a steroid cycle, you wouldn't do a 4-week cycle. You'd do an 8 or a 10 or a 12 or whatever. So I would say stay on this for 8 weeks. So if you're a beginner, half a mil, that's going to last you 8 weeks. If you're an advanced user, 1 mil, you're going to need 2 of these bottles. Yeah. Now the price is $59.99 delivered. It's on the website gymnutrition.co.uk. There's a link in the YouTube bio, and there'll be a link on Facebook as well. So is that pretty much it? Oh no. What I was going to say, side effects, I haven't noticed anything. Like with steroids, if I took a couple of mil of test, then everything with a pulse after about 3 weeks is very attractive. This I haven't noticed either way, to be honest. Kind of like same as. So it doesn't affect my sex drive one way or the other. Blood pressure still exactly the same, so that hasn't gone up. Bearing in mind, if I took D-bol and put 10 pound of body weight on, my blood pressure would be right up. What else can I say about it? PCT after you finish. Now, if you are only going to stay on it for 4 weeks, then I wouldn't bother doing a PCT. If you want to be ultra cautious, then I'll probably say take a natural test booster if you just want to be ultra cautious. I think my dog's digging a hole. Willow! Oi! Dog's digging a hole in the garden again. So I can sort that out in a bit. The reason I say don't bother, because the LGD in this will shut you down a little bit, to be honest with you. But if you're only on it for 4 weeks, it's like if you went on a steroid cycle, you want a PCT, but you wouldn't go on a steroid cycle for 4 weeks, like I say. You go on it for 10, 12 weeks, then you'd have your PCT. So if you're only doing 4 weeks of this with a very tiny shutdown, it probably ain't warrant taking a PCT. If you're on it for 8 weeks, the full 1 mil for 8 weeks, then I'd probably say, you know, throw in a Clomid or something like that at the end, or maybe just, you know, a Clomid and a test booster, something like that. I wouldn't bother with the whole Arimidex HCG thing if you're just running SARMS by itself. So that's kind of what I've found so far. Really, really impressed with it. Hopefully that's been helpful. If you've got any questions, comments, just leave them below. My number's all over the place. So I'll leave it with you.